Hello, my name is Rochelle Trottenberg, and I'm the California Foster Care Ombudsperson. And as the month of May comes to a close, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that May is National Foster Care Awareness Month. In California, we have approximately 60,000 children and youth in the foster care system. And I think today it's important to acknowledge that the foster care system is disproportionately impacting Black and Native youth and families. We must pay attention to and work towards dismantling systems of racism and oppression that continue to sever the bonds of Black and brown children from their parents, their communities, their cultures, their identities, and their loved ones. We have a responsibility to demand justice and to radically change the systems that have been built on white supremacy and that have impacted Black and brown children entering the foster care system. This is one of the things that Foster Care Awareness Month is about. Foster Care Awareness Month is also a time to reflect on the foster youth resiliency that is demonstrated every day. We should reflect on the importance of foster parents, family members, mentors, advocates, policymakers, child welfare professionals, and other community members who are working tirelessly to ensure justice for children and youth in foster care and to make sure that every child has a safe and loving home with adults that are caring, loving, and supportive and that give them opportunities to thrive. The OFCO, the Office of the Foster Care Ombudsperson, is committed to educating, encouraging, and supporting foster youth to have a voice in their lives and in the systems that are responsible to ensure that each youth has all the resources and supports they need to thrive. So today we have three main purposes. One is for us to talk about what is the Office of the Foster Care Ombudsperson. Two is to talk about foster youth rights. And three, to talk about how COVID-19 has been impacting foster youth and what our office has been doing to help. So let's jump right in. First, what is the role of the Office of the Foster Care Ombudsperson? The California Office of the Foster Care Ombudsperson is an independent and impartial entity within the California Department of Social Services that's responsible for investigating complaints about foster youth rights being violated and any concerns related to their care, placement, or services. Our goal is to resolve these concerns informally by working together to address what the issues are and to ensure that the rights are upheld. We also offer trainings on foster youth rights across the state, both to youth, to caregivers, to CASAs, to advocates, and others. And we also train on the reasonable and prudent parent standard, which really just means it gives foster parents the opportunity to make decisions that are normal, everyday decisions in raising children in their care, with the goal of ensuring that foster youth have as normal life as possible in an abnormal system. So what can we not do? We get calls every day, and there's a few things that we can't do. We can't change court orders. We don't have the ability to change case plans, and we can't hire or fire people. What we can do, though, is look into your concerns and work together to resolve them. If you have issues with the court, we can teach you how to navigate those processes. If you want to change your case plan, we can help you try to do that as well. So we teach you how to navigate the system. But first and foremost, we're here for foster youth to bring their concerns and their complaints and to try and help them resolve them. Now let's talk about your foster youth rights. Almost 20 years ago, current and former foster youth advocated in the legislature to get a law passed to start a Bill of Rights for foster youth. That work was done by the California Youth Connection and other advocates from across the state. The Foster Youth Bill of Rights was developed out of the recognition that children and youth in foster care should be prevented from further abuse by people who have a significant amount of power in their lives, and to ensure that foster youth get to have as normal a childhood as possible in a pretty abnormal system. So what are your rights and how do you find out about them? Well, as of January 1st of this year, the Foster Youth Bill of Rights has been expanded to include more than 40 rights. This includes case plan rights, personal rights, family and social connection rights, the right to technology, court rights, health rights, and many others. So where do you learn about them? Well, your social worker is the primary person who's responsible for teaching you about your rights. First, they must speak with you about it every 6 months, usually at the same time as your regular court hearing. And every single time you make a placement change, they need to go over your rights with you. And they have to do it in a way that you understand. So if they're talking to you about something and you're not sure what it means, be sure to ask additional questions. Also, you can go to our website, fosteryouthhelp.ca.gov, and you can download your Bill of Rights there. And in the very near future, we'll have new publications for you, including a handbook, a poster, and a small wallet-sized version that you can keep with you. So don't forget to go to our website, fosteryouthhelp.ca.gov. Now let's talk about COVID-19. So during this time, the Office of the Foster Care Ombudsperson is committed to educating and ensuring the safety of all youth in foster care. We're aware that COVID-19 has drastically changed your life, as it has for everyone. But there's particular ways for children and youth in foster care that they've been impacted by COVID. And one is access to technology. Foster youth have significantly lower rates of access to laptops, computers, the internet, and cell phones. And in a time when everything is online, we're really striving to make sure that every foster youth in California has access to technology, and it's in your rights. So, what have we been doing to be there for you? First, we've kept our hotline open 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to answer any questions or concerns that you have. So if you're listening to this, give us a call. We're happy to help. And if you have to call us after hours, don't worry. Leave us a message and we're going to call you back the next day. We've also worked to ensure that foster youth have access to cell phones by partnering with iFoster. iFoster has been working to get cell phones, free cell phones, into the hands of youth 13 to 26 years old who have been in foster care. So you can find the information out on how to apply for one of those cell phones on our website. And again, that's fosteryouthhelp.ca.gov. And you can apply for a cell phone. You can call our office and we'll give you what's called a verification letter, and that verifies that you're eligible to receive a phone. We've also worked to address numerous issues from youth who've called into our office that have been impacted by this pandemic, stemming from issues with sibling connections, visitation, court, aging out during this pandemic. We've done a lot to support youth to make sure that you have all the supports and resources we can possibly get to you to make sure that you can be safe and healthy during this time. But the most important thing to know is we are here for you. So if you don't have a cell phone, just remember that the governor has stated that having access to a cell phone and the internet are essential for foster youth to have contact with their caseworkers, as well as access to distance learning, telehealth, contact with their families, and other necessary supports and services during COVID-19. So again, give us a call, check us out on the web, and sign up for a free phone through iFoster. That phone is an awesome smartphone. It has free high-speed internet, free talk, free text, and it's a hotspot. We also have made cell phones available for caregivers to use for children from the ages of 5 to 12 during this COVID pandemic. We understand that with visits becoming virtual, that we really need to make sure that children have access to this. And there's a ton of great resources through the Quality Parenting Initiative and others that can teach youth and caregivers about safe use of cell phones and how to make use of the virtual visitation aspects to really benefit and enhance relationships, not just between the youth and the parent, but also the bio parents and the caregivers and the youth, really building a community of support. They say it takes a village to raise a child. And so this is one of the ways we can do that during this time. So I just want to offer you some thoughts and ways to express yourself during this time, to take care of yourself. So some helpful tips are keep expressing your beautiful talents through your spoken word, your art, your advocacy. Have game nights, video chat with your friends, use social media to stay connected, but try not to listen to the news too much because too much can be stressful. So what's next for the Office of the Foster Care Ombudsperson? Very soon, we will be releasing 3 new materials about your rights. One will be a handbook, one will be a fold-up brochure that fits in your pocket, and another will be posters. We also will be developing an Indian Child Welfare Act Foster Youth Bill of Rights in collaboration with the tribes across California, and we anticipate that to come out soon as well. There's a foster youth survey that has been circulating and will be in the month of June, and we'll be asking all foster youth to participate and tell us about your understanding of the rights and what you need to feel supported now during COVID and beyond. And then look for monthly foster youth chats that are available on social media through a wide range of organizations. And then check us out on the web for training dates and other topics as they become available. And last but not least, don't forget to follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to continue to get updated on your Bill of Rights. Stay well, and remember, Foster Care Awareness Month is all about celebrating the lives of foster youth and dismantling systems that have caused undue pain and hardship to foster youth.